I am Iron Man.
Hello there.
Avengers!
All right, welcome to Stars and Marvel episode 51, I believe this is. We're in the 50s somewhere.
Nice.
But yeah, we're breaking down a couple of new trailers that came out and some exciting news for everybody's favorite Fab Four of the Marvel universe.
First family's finally making that appearance.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I mean, let's just jump right into that.
Yeah.
First, if we want to. I really like that picture because the poster or the Valentine's Day picture.
Yep.
Because I believe the original the original screenplay for the Fantastic Four was going to be set like in the 60s. And
Really?
Yeah, because I think Peyton Reed was going to direct it. The guy who did Ant-Man, the Ant-Mans and stuff. Or is he still directing? No, I think it's a different guy now. But I think Peyton Reed was on to direct it, and he was gonna make it like a Hard Day's Night type movie, like the Beatles' Hard Day Night movie. That'd be pretty cool. Like,
yeah,
set in the 60s.
I have no idea. I'm sure there's the share of leaks and rumors and stuff about this movie.
Yeah,
I know casting. I was pretty up to date on. So first and foremost, quick, go over the cast.
Yeah.
So on Valentine's Day, Marvel, and I thought it was the funniest thing because I was at work. I pull up my phone, I'm on Twitter, and I just saw it. Like I didn't get a news alert. I didn't get it was just I was on Twitter and scrolled into Marvel posting of this. They essentially
I did the same thing on Instagram.
Card. That was it on Instagram.
Yeah, I was just scrolling through and I was like, oh, that's a cool fan art. I was like, and then I was like, oh wait, no, that's by Marvel.
Exactly. Mine was it was the official D23 account. I was like, wait,
oh really?
What? And it was funny too because I noticed this Valentine's Day card. If you haven't seen it, I mean, go look it up. But basically, they used all the actors' likenesses in the sketch photo of the Fantastic Four just hanging out on this Valentine's Day party cartoon.
Yeah,
and I mean, it's just clear as day Pedro Pascal. And I remember that was the first thing I see his face. I'm like, oh my God, like we're officially official.
Yeah. Bring it up real quick. There we go.
That I didn't even think that. Yep. That makes sense. Oh wait, this isn't the whatever. I clicked on the wrong post, but I still got the picture too. But basically, we have. Oh wait, but that's not gonna. I'm an idiot. So anyway, we have Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. We have Vanessa Kirby as Invisible Woman. We have. Do you know how to say the bear guy's name?
I do not know how to say his name.
Even Moss Backrock is
close enough.
The Thing, and Joseph Quinn is the Human Torch.
God,
I gotta
perfect casting.
I'm all for this casting. I know the least and pretty much nothing about Vanessa Kirby. And then I know a little less. Definitely on the lesser side is Moss Backrock, who is the Thing. I remember him from we talked. He's in Andor, and I definitely know his share from Andor, and he's a great actor in that.
When you said that, I was like, oh, that's where he's from too, because he's like he's in The Bear as well, which is
what everyone knows him from now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I still have to watch The Bear. I don't know it, but I mean, I've only heard good things about The Bear. I've only heard good things about Andor. I gotta like the casting.
He's just in good stuff, and hopefully that continues.
And you have Joseph Quinn for Human Torch is just, I mean,
perfect.
If you don't, Eddie is one of the best characters from the most recent season of Stranger Things.
Yeah,
and him just kind of less hippie and more jock is gonna
Yeah,
be the Human
it's gonna.
Torch. You know what I mean? Like,
He's basically gonna be like the other kid, the other like heartthrob guy from Stranger Things, the one girl's brother from
right,
the previous.
right.
Like
He's
that's
gonna play the
that
lifeguard
version of
version
it.
of him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and like, I thought that actor was a lot of fun in Stranger Things.
Yeah,
Definitely a highlight in that season. I'm kind of, I don't know if we've talked about this. I'm more and more out on Stranger Things, like with
yeah.
each
So
season.
so am I. Yeah,
It's like
it's getting yeah.
at this point I'm committed to finishing it, and I'll watch it when it comes out. But like Eddie was like, I don't know, a diamond in the rough for the most
Yeah,
recent season, in my opinion. So I'm excited to have him as the Human Torch. And then I think we've already talked about when it was rumored Pedro Pascal. Maybe not. I don't remember. Um, I can't. That's an amazing casting
that's
for
great. I've seen
Mister
a lot of
Fantastic.
criticism for it. People are like, I can't see him as Reed, but I think he's gonna make a good Reed. No,
See,
nobody could see Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner for a while, but then he molded perfectly into the role. So
I think the biggest issue, and actually Valerie and I talked about this, and this is kind of me bringing. I like having Valerie as like the layman like
yeah,
MCU fan that's not in the comics as my like reference, but she kind of brings up the point of like to her she can't picture it because he's and actually Nick did this too, so shout out to Nick. But like he's such a scruffy guy, like how is he gonna play clean Mr. Fantastic?
that's
And
true.
and
Yeah,
to anyone who doesn't know, Mr. Fantastic in the comics gets through some dark shit.
yeah. I was gonna
And
say,
I definitely think a casting like Pedro Pascal is leaning into like this is not the like goody two shoes clean shaven Mr. Fantastic
this isn't
from the
gonna be
first
the
two
one from the
franchises.
2004 movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
especially the first version. Yeah.
yeah,
Like you got the first version which was the goody two shoes type, and then you've got the second version who was just kind of like a bitch is the best
yeah.
way to put it. Like
The army's bitch.
yeah. And like look, no disrespect to those actors, that's the versions of the characters they were bringing to the screen,
Yeah.
but like I'm pumped for what is essentially a Mr. Fantastic you can't trust is the best way
No.
to put it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he will do whatever the fuck he wants or whatever he thinks is right,
Whatever.
and
Yeah.
he is and knows he's the smartest guy in the room, so you should be afraid of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
He's it's gonna be like Doctor Strange and Tony Stark on steroids. Like,
exactly, dude. I'm so pumped that this
uh,
is finally happening, and
I hope
I
we
just
get a Reed, like a Reed, Bruce, and Doctor Strange like talk off, like
I
science
also
off. You know, like
absolutely like we get the Tony Bruce banter, but like cranked up,
yeah,
like which is hard to believe because Tony was the smartest guy in the universe before.
yeah.
Um, I also I am jumping the gun here because I have no idea what Fantastic Four is going to be about. I again no leaks, nothing like that, but I have no idea what's going to be about. Whether it's this movie or just straight up Secret Wars, I really want to see every version of Mr. Fantastic have a
Oh,
conversation.
yeah, yeah,
I want them to, I don't know any of the actors' names, but I want them to bring every version of Mr. Fantastic back and have them in a room and have a conversation. Turn one of them into an evil Mr. Fantastic
yeah.
too. Like I like this is I'm already jumping at like things that won't happen, but like I am just so excited for Mr. Fantastic right now.
I know. I mean that would be cool for Secret Wars to bring back in. Yeah, I forget the original guy's name. But Miles Teller, and then even bring back John Krasinski for like a
I would
cameo
love
because he was
that.
already.
I would love that so
No,
much.
no. I'm sure they're gonna do that. I'm sure at some point they're gonna do that. But
But that's and I think that'll go into the next topic a little more too with Deadpool, but like different versions of the same character that already exist. And like
yeah,
and we've already talked about with the multiverse and something we love, we got No Way Home, that kind of thing. But like the Mr. Fantastic, there's basically a council of Kangs. There's kind of a council of Reeds.
I was gonna
It's
say,
like
isn't there like a Council
I
of Reed
don't
type
know if
thing?
they
Yeah,
call it that or if they even have a name, but like I've definitely read that. And that is like almost as scary as the Council of Kangs,
yeah,
especially because they are that's one of my favorite things about comic book Reed Richards is he is a villain in the sense that like he does what he thinks is right. And he
yeah.
always thinks he's right. And while he leans more on the good side, he'll kind of dance that line. He's
Mhm.
got a little dark side in him, dude.
Yeah.
And we've never seen that. And that's what I would be willing to bet Marvel's going to bring that.
He'll do what he thinks is best for the what he doesn't have to run it by anybody. He doesn't feel like he has to run it by anybody.
Exactly. I honestly, the weirdest thing to me, and I looked past it pretty easily, but like I just think I if I looked it up correctly, the funniest thing to me is that Pedro Pascal is just kind of significantly older than the rest of them. I believe they're all in their 30s, and he's like 47 or 8,
close to 50. Yeah,
he's on the closer side for sure.
Yeah,
and that's what look. Like I said, I cannot complain about it.
No,
but like that was the only
but he is significantly
thing that
older.
Caught my eye.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm just straight up excited. I love the artwork and I love the castings.
That's what I was gonna say. Do you think the artwork is? Do you think this might be taking place in the 60s and like the Fantastic Four might time travel through I don't know, something, or they're in, I don't know, or they get stuck in the negative zone, or they get stuck in the whatever zone. And
I do think some timey-wimey bullshit,
because how else are they going to explain where they've been throughout like Infinity War and Endgame? Agreed. And
and I also and like like I just said, it's not like these are a bunch of kids. I mean, Human Torch is the youngest, and he's gonna probably play a 20-something like hotshot.
Yeah,
but like still an adult, right? So like I think you have to do some timey-wimey, maybe some multiverse crossover, negative zone crossover, whatever. You're going to have to do something to explain where they've been, because they didn't just show up. Reed didn't just become a genius after, the blip. You know what I mean? Like, he's been here. So and this is kind of going to the Deadpool and the Marvels and stuff like that. But like, I think they might be another universe that comes to ours, or like, maybe they're just in another universe and it kind of leads to Secret Wars. This is Ultimate Universe, possibly. Like, it can't be the main MCU. It just wouldn't make sense. Or like you said,
there's
MCU in the past. Somehow,
No, I'm all for the timey-wimey bullshit in it. Like,
and it also then it like, look, you can always make a joke in a movie doesn't have to be canon. I've never felt that way. A good example is Monsters Inc. And this is really stupid, but Monsters Inc. There's that one line where like Mike says to Sully, he's like, "You've been jealous of my good looks since the second grade." But then you see in Monsters University, they don't meet till they're in college.
Yeah,
I'm all for like a joke is a joke, right? But in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, when Reed introduces himself as the member of the Fantastic Four, and Doctor Strange says, "Wasn't that a band in the 60s or something like that?"
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, maybe they were in the 60s, and then they go and they go missing. Like, I love it. It doesn't need to be that way, but it makes sense, and I love it.
That would be awesome, though. Yeah, if they like use that as the reason why they're in,
Yeah. So I think it's gonna have to be weird. I was wondering, do we think this, on a way less serious note, do these outfits make an appearance in the movie?
I hope so. I love the like baby blue, like
the color is perfect.
They almost look like corduroy, like what Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic are wearing. Or
I hope this is like their casual getup, like when they're not on a mission, like straight up what is happening in this shot. Like, just have a shot of them all hanging out.
Is that robot supposed to be someone like
he is definitely like, I think that is actually maybe the most important thing in this picture. I think that shows that robot is going to be in the movie. And look, the Fantastic Four make a ton of futuristic shit all the time. And they definitely have a robot butler of sorts. I can't tell you what his name is, but like, that is certainly a thing. And I hope Fantastic Four nerds are like ecstatic about that robot.
That looks like it's gonna be. I hope it's voiced by someone funny. Like, that'd be cool if it's like a funny, I'm
Give
sure
it to
that's
Bill Hader.
Yeah. Oh my, that's literally what I was about to suggest. Because wasn't he the voice of the Power Ranger one?
He was the Power Ranger robot. Oh man, what was that dude's name? I can't remember. But like, hey, I thought he did a really funny job as that robot.
Yeah, I mean, he could pull it. He could totally pull it up. Was it him? Yeah, I think
Oh,
him.
master, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
Sorry. Like he could totally do that kind of bullshit.
Reed is just an asshole. Kicks the shit out.
I said decaf tea, bitch.
Get your head in the game.
Yeah, where Tony is like sassy with his robot butler, Reed is just abusive.
Abusive. Yeah.
We've just turned him straight abusive.
Oh, jeez.
But no, dude, I think the robot shows up. I do really like. On a serious note, though, I hope that is their color scheme. I mean, again, it kind of lines up with Deadpool and what we know about his suits, the suits in that movie. Like,
Yeah,
I
but
love the colors and the
Yeah.
like just straight up costumes we're going with right now in the MCU.
and like even the logo, like the Marvel Studios logo, is very like 60s, like the WandaVision
Ooh,
and the
I did
Fantastic
not put
Four.
that. Looks like something out of WandaVision.
Yeah.
Like a. Ooh,
Like,
that's a good pull, dude. That's a good pull.
I don't know. I kind of hope it's like based in this like time, like the 60s time period. That would be pretty cool. That'd be
So do you think so? So are you leaning our universe 60s and then they time travel to the future and show up?
Yeah, or they like
Okay.
get stuck in the quantum realm and then when they exit, they enter into our time now or
Yeah,
the MCU's time now.
That's a good point. That could be they just because we haven't done the negative zone before. So
or the negative zone. Yeah, that's the quantum.
so they just have them like go into the negative zone in the 60s and they come out in 2020 whatever year
Yeah.
President MCU is.
Now, do you think we're gonna have at least a Victor Von Doom appearance in this movie?
I think you have to
Yeah.
introduce him. I don't want him as the villain,
No.
but I do think you have to introduce him.
Who do you think they'd? Oh, didn't they say Silver Surfer is probably going to be in this?
I know nothing,
Rumors.
dude.
I think I
You
heard
tell me.
rumors that Silver Surfer might be in it, and it's going to be a woman as Silver Surfer, which
Okay.
I don't have any qualms with.
Yeah.
People were
fine.
people were going crazy, but I was like,
No dicks on the Silver Surfer?
Yeah.
Are you
What?
kidding me?
He's not going to wear a silver thong.
The Silver Surfer with zero sex appeal. He's basically he's a naked Ken doll. Get out of
What?
here.
That's a woman now? No.
No, I don't. But like along those lines too. I don't give a shit who plays
Oh yeah.
the Silver Surfer because, again, the Silver Surfer has no personality.
In the original, or not the original, but like the ones that came out in 2000
yeah.
early 2000s, the Silver Surfer was the guy who plays. Do you ever see The Shape of Water and like Pan's Labyrinth and all those movies?
Yeah.
He's the guy that plays those like weird tall alien like those. He plays this. He's like the not
The
stunt
body?
double, but the body, yeah, of the Silver Surfer. And then Lawrence Fishburne, the voice of not Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne or James
Lawrence
Earl
Fishburne
Jones?
is Lawrence Fishburne.
Neo, right? Or not Neo,
Yeah.
Morpheus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Lawrence Fishburne. He voices
What?
Silver Surfer, yeah. When I found that out, I was like, what?
I had no idea. So first of all, they pulled a Darth Vader on us where they have a stunt double body and someone else voices
someone else
him.
voicing him, yeah.
Didn't know that. Also just what?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh man.
It was just a weird when I found
That's what, like I don't even need like a I don't want a squeaky high voice, but like I don't even need the like monochromatic male deep voice. Like
yeah.
Literally just in my opinion, Silver Surfer is a blank slate. There is, and that's kind of what makes him an intriguing character especially as a, we'll say, villain or anti-hero kind of, not a hero, we'll say, is because like you don't know what to read of him. Like you don't know if you can trust him. You don't know if like you believe him or does he speak, et cetera, et cetera. Like,
yeah.
So I truly don't care who plays him, and that's what that just makes it more interesting to me.
Yeah.
And
no, it'll be cool to see it in the movie, and hopefully they do it better than they did in the other ones, because I thought that was kind of a lame version.
And you see, I didn't really care about Silver Surfer. It's just Galactus.
It was Galactus was terrible. Yeah, that's
but again, I don't know how else you do Silver Surfer different. Like what I remember, that movie has a lot of qualms. Like the writing's pretty weird. It's all very 2003,
Now that I
6.
now that I think about it, I think my problem more was with Galactus than the Silver Surfer.
Like
Because
I
there were some pretty
actually,
cool scenes with him like going through the building and like morphing
yeah,
out of the building. Like now that I think about that, that's pretty cool.
I was just gonna say I wouldn't bet my life on it or anything. It's been quite a few years since
Yeah.
I've watched it, but like I actually remember the initial, not Mister, the initial Human Torch Silver Surfer, like I'll say fight when they
Yeah.
like chase each other was kind of cool.
Pretty
Like
cool. Yeah.
it's literally just a CGI chase sequence through the city, but yeah, you got the point where he like goes through the building and he's like just morphs through it. Like
Uh
I
that
remember it
was
kind of being some fun, like, but like I don't I don't know what you do differently with the Surfer is my point.
yeah.
It's how you do differently with the family, with the Fantastic Four, with the Galactus. Like that's the stuff that I think is going to makes it interesting.
Yeah.
And I guess that begs the question then, do you think Galactus shows up?
Oh, that's I mean,
Is he the real villain of the movie then?
I would I would think so because they probably wouldn't pull Galactus to be like a Thanos type character, right? Like I mean, I
I
know
don't
probably has been in the comics in the past, but
Yeah, he's had his moments. I would say Galactus for a movie would make more sense, kind of like a right hand man, like almost like one of the children of Thanos,
okay,
like
gotcha.
like
Yeah.
he would be a primary part of the movie, but not the big
The
bad.
big bet, yeah.
And
Because like you know how they rested the shoulders of Infinity War on, you know, Thanos, and then this
yeah,
was supposed to be rested on Kang, but you know probably Doctor Doom now. Um,
yeah, I man, I still look. This is very exciting. I'm very excited. I still kind of hope they bring and just recast Kang. I
yeah.
mean, we've talked about the whole thing is he's literally the
Did
variant
I
guy.
did they recast Kang yet?
Nothing
Did I see
official.
something? Nothing. Okay.
So
Thought I
there was
saw
a
something
couple
the
of
other day.
rumors, I forget who, but like they have not officially recasted him as far
Okay,
as I saw.
gotcha.
Yeah, so I don't know. And I think to me, Galactus and Surfer, or even just the Surfer because of his quantum powers, but like that makes sense as a pair that like they don't know how to take him down. We have to send him into the negative zone, and then they use their self as bait and blah blah blah. And that's
Yeah,
why they go in the negative zone. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
That I mean
that might just be the plot of
that
the
might
movie,
just
to
be
be
yeah.
honest.
You just spoiled
Spoilers.
the movie for everybody, you know. No, I just didn't know if they would save Galactus for like a bigger arc in the movies, or if they would just use him off as a one-off villain.
To be
Because I mean,
honest,
they did in the other movie, so I mean,
what I see them doing is he's the big bad of this movie, like the big bad. They trap him in the negative zone. They come out the other side without him. And then in Secret Wars, Kang, Doctor Strange, or Doctor Doom, whoever the villain is, like
he's teaming up with them,
he
basically.
like
Yeah.
brings Galactus, and you're like, shit, it's
Oh
back.
shit, yeah. It's like the T-Rex in Jurassic World. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, but that was a good thing. You're cheering for the
True, oh,
T-Rex.
yeah.
Let's go. It's like fucking, Dwayne Johnson showing up in WWE
Yeah.
randomly. You're like, what?
Whoa, yeah.
But yeah, that's that. We might have just wrote the movie. Just saying.
Yeah. There we go. Don't even have to see it now.
Same with Secret Wars. Just that Galactus cameo. That's what's gonna
Road to
happen.
the Secret Wars. All right. So here is Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, which I didn't know. It's awesome. It's Deadpool and Wolverine, not just Deadpool 3 and stuff. You know, like
I didn't know
we'll,
that either going in.
yeah.
I also had no idea this trailer was dropping.
No, yeah. I was surprised when you sent that to me. I hadn't been watching I wasn't watching the game yet. And when you sent you're like Deadpool trailer, I was like, oh shit.
So for context, Valerie and I were at a Super Bowl party, which I will say, since we're like halfway through our episode so far, shout out to Mike and Molly. Thank you for subscribing
Shout
to
out.
the podcast.
Oh, Mike and Molly. It was a great show.
But also shout out to Nate and Meg for hosting that Super Bowl party, which was a lot of fun. We're watching the Super Bowl, and it was like, I forget if it was right before the game actually started or right after the game. Like it was right on the cusp of the starting of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And this commercial starts, and Valerie and I are like looking at each other like, are you shitting me? Like I had no idea. She had no idea, right? We're watching this, and this group, a lot of football fans, whole bunch of nerds. So we're all freaking out over this trailer, right? And then at the end of the commercial, it says, go online for the full. Actually, it doesn't even. I don't know if you. I noticed this. It doesn't even tell you the title of the movie in the commercial. You just see the Deadpool logo, and then
Yeah.
it says
And
go online for the full trailer.
oh,
And someone yells like, "Oh, we'll have to all watch it." Blah 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 blah. Right, right. I look over at Val. I'm like, let's sneak around real quick.
step out.
We
Yeah.
sneak around the wall like towards the bathroom, and we huddle over my phone to watch this trailer. The second after the commercial, and I was like, "Fuck the Super Bowl! I'm
We're
watching the
watching
new
this.
Deadpool
Yeah.
trailer," which does not disappoint.
Oh
I'm
no.
so excited to watch it again. Broke
I
the
oh
sorry
go. No, no, no. You're
broke the record for most watches.
oh yeah, you're
The
saying that. That's awesome.
Avengers Infinity War or Endgame, I think it was Endgame, had the record for most watches in 24 hours. That was broken by No Way Home, which this broke by like another 10 million, I think,
Wow.
views. It
I
this
mean
crushed.
the hype behind this movie has been insane. So I mean when the trailer dropped, that's not surprising that everybody just jumped on it.
I agree. And it's a great trailer. Yeah.
I've only watched this once. I haven't watched any breakdowns or anything about it, so I'm excited to watch it again.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's do it.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, okay. It's been a challenging few years, for sure. But I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Make a wish, buddy.
Wade Wilson?
Who's asking?
Oh, it's so cool.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me. Wait. You are special. This is your chance to be a hero among heroes.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
I mean, the jokes are just on point.
God, please! Oh my fuck! God, I love this part. Wait!
Ooh, baby.
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
I love the title. I love the title.
It just makes me excited because now we know Wolverine's going to be like a good part of the movie. You know,
Very important.
yeah. Like, he's not just going to be like like oh, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine's in this movie. Like he's in the movie. So
No, he's essentially he has to be like the number 2 most important person in this movie.
Yeah,
He's in the title.
he's in the
Like,
title. Yeah.
It's crazy. I also think it's funny just because I always thought like I love Deadpool 2 as a movie.
Yeah.
Always thought that should have been called Deadpool and Cable. You
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
have a comic called Cable and Deadpool.
Yeah.
The movie not being called Deadpool and Cable was such a miss. So I love that this movie is like, fuck that mistake. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I mean, look, I feel like I've talked a lot, and I'm just so excited for this. So, what are your thoughts? Second rewatch.
Even better on a second rewatch. Just the TVA showing up in it is really cool because I've been waiting for the TVA to show up in something other than Loki, and I'm pumped it's Marvel. I'm curious as to why they're taking Deadpool because is he a variant in his
if I may,
Yeah.
I did watch one trailer breakdown because I was
No,
nerding
yeah,
out
no,
over
no,
it.
no.
So the only thing that I really liked off of the trailer breakdown that I saw, which I will agree with, is so first things first. The start of the trailer, they're all birthday party, whatever.
Mhm.
A lot of people there that died in Deadpool 2. You've got Vanessa,
Oh,
you've got
yeah.
Peter, you've got Spit something, one of the X-Force guys. Like,
Mhm.
there's people in that
That
room
have
that were
died.
dead, except for the end credit scene of Deadpool 2 is him using Cable's time machine
Oh,
and saving people.
yeah. So
So
he
the
probably
big
jumped back in time or something, and
exactly. So
Yeah.
the big theory is basically that the credit scene, which is going to be canon because he goes back and saves everyone in the group,
yeah,
is that he essentially causes to he creates a what the hell is it called?
branch.
He creates a branch, yes.
Yeah.
And these are all variants, and he's not a variant, I
Oh,
would
okay,
say.
got
But he
okay.
creates a branch, and they're all variants. Now, I have no idea, and I have not seen anyone with any idea on what they want Deadpool for, the TVA.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're essentially going to say, like, hey, we need you to do blank, and you can save your family, or something like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we got to prune them. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like, something along those lines. But I think that's why they're there, is because he created a bridge.
Now, do you think this is? Well, I guess the TVA. Well, no. Do you think this is Loki's TVA? Like, do you think this is?
I would go yes,
Okay.
because look, the TVA is a giant organization filled with
Like the one he's like currently running right now. You know what I mean? Like, do you think this is like present day?
Yes, and that's what, like, I think if this wasn't, I think you have Mobius here as kind of like a reference to where
Oh.
we are in the timeline.
Yeah, because he's yep.
But he's not. It's some other dude who's from a show, not Succession, I think is what people know him from.
Oh, is that?
I don't know who he is.
No, no.
But apparently he's a really big liked actor. But
Seems like he's good for the role.
yeah, exactly. And I think the reason you don't have Mobius there is because, I mean, Loki spoilers, but Mobius did his thing and he walked off into the sunset.
Yeah.
And I think that is kind of our way of knowing where we're at in the TVA. And I think it's that we might even see, I forget the chick's name, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see people who got promotions at the end
like
of Loki,
Hunter
like,
B-15 and all them,
yes,
like and
yes,
Casey and
thank you.
Yeah.
Like, if they get cameos, like, I could see them, like, and you see them like at their higher positions.
Yeah.
But like, I think specifically you don't see Mobius. I think you specifically don't see Loki, and I think it's because they're doing their thing.
I would love to see Ouroboros, and for what does it for Deadpool to be like, oh, short round, where's Indiana Jones, and like say something like that.
Yes. Which actually, along those lines, I think I know I said something, but like the jokes in this trailer are what this trailer has done for me. It has succeeded at restoring my faith in this movie. I think my biggest concern for this movie is how Disney-fied is this going to feel? Like, well, I love the MCU still. Deadpool is an R-rated genre I didn't want them to touch, like, and muck up.
I didn't notice. Is it rated? I'm guessing it's rated R.
It's not rated yet.
Mm.
However, he says fuck in the trailer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
So he says fuck in the trailer. He makes fun of Disney by using a pegging joke. Like, I feel like we're pretty good. I think we're gonna be rated R. And there's also, like, in a serious matter, there's a shit ton of blood in that trailer. Like, it's all over him and the car that he's throwing through or whatever.
That's
like,
yeah.
I think we're pretty set. Again, it's not officially rated, but I think we're going to be good. And I think the views that trailer gets helps, like, whatever creative decision Ryan Reynolds and I forget the director's name, but like whatever they want to do with this, I think they just continue to make money in ways that people can't question them. You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be R-rated, and I like I said, the jokes in this trailer they restore my hope that this movie is going to be the true succession to Deadpool that it deserves.
Yeah.
And like, you think this is the end?
I mean, probably of his solo movies. I'm sure
That's kind
Deadpool
of
will
how I
be
felt.
Deadpool will be in things. Like I'm sure when they start doing the X-Men, like Ryan Reynolds will pop in and out of those things. But I would think probably the end for his, because that's like the big team up you want is Deadpool and Wolverine. Where do you go
Yeah.
after that? I guess if they do like a X-Force movie, but I don't
But
know.
even that, I would think would be called like
It's a team
X-Force.
movie. Yeah, it wouldn't be
Unless they-
Deadpool's X-Force or something.
Yeah, exactly. Unless they like use Deadpool's name just for the like title, basically,
Yeah.
like Deadpool and the X-Force or Deadpool's X-Force. Like,
Yeah.
but like essentially, I would say that's an X-Force movie first. Yeah, I agree. I kind of see this being the last main Deadpool movie. I do though, in my opinion, Deadpool 3, like if that was the title, like that sounds like okay, it's a 3 and you usually do trilogies. Deadpool and Wolverine, you kind of make it possible to have more movies
Deadpool
and
and
we're not
Wolverine
weighed
2.
down by a number. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's true. Yeah.
I don't have an answer. I am leaning towards I agree. It's the last of the solo movies for him. I can't believe it's the last Ryan Reynolds Deadpool movie though. You know what I mean?
No. I think he's gonna be playing this well into when Marvel's doing other shit. Like
Milking
he loves
that
this
teat,
character.
man.
Oh
Milking
yeah.
that teat.
He loves he
but-
loves this character so much and he just doesn't want to give and he's amazing at it. He is
Exactly.
Wade Wilson. Like when I think of Deadpool, it's Ryan Reynolds.
His voice is it's just everything is perfect and I'm just beyond excited.
Completely random real quick.
Yeah.
The guy who voiced Deadpool in the video game, his
Ooh.
name's Nolan North. He's
Yes.
he's like a famous like voice actor.
Mhm.
But me and Kayla are watching Pretty Little Liars, and he's the one girl's dad in the
Get
show.
out.
Yeah, I saw in the credits it said Nolan North, and I was like, the guy that voices Deadpool, and I went on and it's him, and I was like, and then I hear him talk, and sometimes he gets a little high pitched and like it sounds like I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah. I gotta say this trailer has made me itch. I'm gonna pull that game back out and play it. I have it on both Xbox and PS4. Like I think I need a Deadpool kick, that's for sure.
I think I'm gonna.
He also voices Deadpool in it's a cartoon movie called Hulk versus Wolverine. Or
Yeah,
Wolverine
yeah, that was him
I
too.
think s-
Oh, okay.
and
I
he
watched
voices-
that one. Is that
I
the
gotta
one with
say-
Hulk too?
What's that?
Isn't Hulk in that one too?
Yeah, it's Hulk versus like the X-Force or something like that. And
Okay,
like
yeah.
Wolverine is like fighting all of them. And like it's Deadpool and that is hysterical. Like
Yeah.
he's got like maybe 2 minutes of screen time and I bought that DVD for that.
Just for that.
yes.
I remember when I first got Netflix freshman year of college. That was like one of the first things I watched on there.
Wow.
Was
That's funny.
that?
Yeah, I really it's a good time for any it's probably on something that you can
Oh
watch,
yeah, I'm
but-
sure it is. Yeah, probably on Disney Plus. So.
Probably. Which I mean, it all is, and that's what, if you haven't. I know Andrew. He saw the trailer and was like, "Wow," because Andrew's been catching up on all things MCU.
Oh yeah,
And,
nice.
He's
Shout out to
pretty
Andrew.
like he's a big shout out Andrew. He's a big like Marvel movie guy right now, and he's like, I'm gonna see this, so I gotta. He's never seen Deadpool 1 or 2, and
Oh,
I'm
really?
like,
Oh.
Disney Plus.
Go right ahead. Yeah.
It's in that Marvel section with the parental advisory. But no, dude. I mean, if you want to talk like, there's a couple of Easter eggs I've got. I
Yeah.
remember. Let's see. I mean, so for starters, you see Wolverine. Like,
Yeah.
you see the back of Wolverine's head when he's in the white suit. Like, it's
Yeah,
clearly
yeah.
his like
His hair-
hairstyle.
Yeah. Yep.
Apparently, that might be like a variant of Wolverine. Not sure.
Huh.
Like, there's different comic book versions of Wolverine. So
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, is Deadpool searching for Wolverine and he goes Wolverine to Wolverine? Like maybe something like
would be
that
pretty
happens.
cool.
I mean, this movie is clearly multiverse, so I'm curious
Yeah.
how much of that it is. And on that note, something that went entirely over my head. The one other guy that speaks, the like rando dude that says like, "Oh man, he says something like this is it, or this is gonna be good," or
Oh
or,
yeah.
I love
yeah,
this part.
yeah.
I love this part.
I love
That's
this
what
part.
he says.
Yeah.
That's apparently the actor that plays Pyro in X-Men 2 and 3.
Oh really?
So like again,
Huh.
just kind of heating up some like variant
Some-
shit in
yeah.
this movie, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of gotta wonder, and we've talked about this with like No Way Home being Spider-Man's version. Like, is this movie gonna have the Secret Wars-esque every X-Men thing come back possible?
I think so, because I mean, I don't know if you're going to this in like the Easter egg thing, but in that one area where Deadpool and like Wolverine are fighting, behind Deadpool is the broken Fox Studios sign.
Yep.
So, or
Yep.
20th Century Fox Studio sign. So maybe it's like an incursion area, and like all the different X-Men characters are combining. Maybe we'll see Monica Rambeau down there as well. Maybe this is I don't,
So I forget where I heard this theory, and it might have been New Rockstars, but like I really like there's this theory going around that the Monica Rambeau X-Men universe she lands in, right?
Mhm.
Because you see Beast in the white coat and it's like straight out of the thing. People are theorizing that X-Men universe is the like live action reincarnation of X-Men 97.
Oh, I like that.
Which
I
would
like
make
that. That would be awesome.
it would also make like why they put so much effort into X-Men 97 like that much cooler. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it leads into something
That
studios.
would be cool. That would be
So
cool.
I kind of love that theory. I
Yeah.
love and another like thing about that is like is that this version of Wolverine? Like because it's the Wolverine in the yellow and blue suit, you know? Like is it
he
him?
Oh, that would be cool.
It's I like the theory. I'm not
Yeah.
like I don't think it's impossible. I think it's a more realistic theory. I don't think it's likely, but I like the idea.
Yeah.
Other than that, the only other Easter egg off the top of my head, which I don't have a like it's so stupid, but I love it. But the shot of Deadpool lying on the ground when Wolverine's walking up to him, there's a comic book flickering in the wind to his right or to his right, our left, and they our scientists have zoomed in on it to identify that it is an issue of Secret Wars. And I just feel like that reference is so like bizarre,
I'll pull it up real quick.
and I love it.
Oh, wrong one. There we go. That's pretty cool. I can see
that's my comic book is downstairs actually. Because I started rereading it.
That's the newer version, right? That's like the 2015 one, right?
And again, yes, this is the 20. This is we're gearing up towards that, and this like that being in this movie just makes that like feel all the more real to me.
That's awesome.
I know, dude. I know. So like meta, and I love it. It's so Deadpool, and I love it. Even the suit, dude. Look, I'm hoping to rewatch Deadpool this weekend when it's the weekend. But like, this seems way more red, and I love it.
Yeah, it's a lot brighter.
Like, mwah, I love it so much.
It's perfect. Just everything about this movie looks amazing. I'm so excited. But I think I'm not going to watch any more trailers. I don't think I want to be any more spoiled than I already am.
I thought this was a perfect trailer, and I would also like. So this is technically just the teaser, I think is what they said,
because we don't really have a plot yet. They just showed us some fun things, and
I agree. I'm gonna stand with you and not watch any trailers unless like I am all about. If a trailer shows up, like if I go to see a movie in a theater,
if
like
it's
I'm not gonna like sit there and close my eyes.
Yeah.
I am fully like I agree. I'm not going to like go hunting the next Deadpool trailer because this was perfect, dude.
Yeah,
I cannot like my hype level. I was so nervous, and this has me so back, so excited.
Oh yeah,
for this movie.
This restored all faith I have in Disney of doing a good job with Deadpool.
Agreed.
But yeah, but I for the trailer thing, I just think Marvel's been spoiling too much in a lot of their trailers, so that's why. Because I didn't watch all of the Marvel's trailers, and I heard they spoil the rift at the end of the movie of the Marvels.
Yes,
in the original trailer.
I think I remember that was spoiled for me in actually a radio commercial.
Really?
Like it was like the line she said was like in a radio commercial.
Oh,
I was like,
jeez.
And the line is something like the worlds are collapsing in or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like in this world of the multiverse saga, like that's obviously going to be a multiverse reference. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Doesn't like she's not going to call something else the worlds, Yeah, no, I agree. I loved this trailer. I'm going to rewatch the shit out of this trailer.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not getting
staying away
else
from anything further. Yeah.
Now, Brendan, how many Deadpool pops are we getting from this movie?
Oh, we're gonna get a lot.
I
gonna
gotta
get a
get
lot.
at least one Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh
like,
yeah, they
like
better
Buddy
do like a
Cop
double
style.
pack. Yeah, like a nice little combo,
I'm so excited for this.
or like the scene of him standing over. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be neat. That'd be neat too. I think what makes this extra special is knowing this is the only MCU movie this year. Like,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
it just
Wait, it
looks
comes out this July, right?
this July, dude. This July.
Nice.
I know. I'm pumped. I'm so excited. Also, on that note, I will say real quick, I did see a Marvel movie that released yesterday called Madam Web.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
I'll real quick.
I mean,
Didn't hate it.
You can spoil it.
No.
I honestly don't.
That's it's not
Okay.
that it's not that I wasn't gonna spoil it. It's just that I didn't want to like waste time on it. Didn't hate it. I
Okay.
actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would, especially because they don't do the Sony thing, which is like here's a bunch of Easter eggs for a movie that might never come out.
Yeah.
They actually don't do that. Like
Well,
it's
that's good.
just its own movie. The thing that makes it not good is it's just got bad dialogue. Like it's just when they
yeah.
talk and you're like, no one talks like that.
Yeah.
Ever.
I feel like all of those Sony Spider-Man verse movies are like that. Even the Andrew Garfield ones kind of had garbage
They had
like
a lot of those
like
moments.
the mush mouth version of with great power comes great responsibility. It was like, if you could do something good for someone, then you have a moral obligation to do that good thing for that someone. It was like,
that was pretty good. I think that was
thank you.
spot on, actually.
thank you.
I agree. And but like I didn't think it was bad enough to like honestly, I'll probably watch this again once it's on like Disney Plus or whatever. Like I enjoyed it.
I want to check it out, but I'm probably not going to go to theaters.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I think I give it like IGN gave it a 5 out of 10. I think that's a solid score. Like I don't
bad,
disagree
yeah.
with that. I think at most I'd give it a 6, but that seems generous.
Was there any points where you were bored?
No, actually.
Okay.
I honestly, the things that took me out of it was like there were just moments where you're like, that's not how people talk, or just glaring like, okay, so there's this running gag that like it's not even a gag. She steals a taxi at one point in the movie,
Mhm.
and she just has it for too long. And I'm like, at one point I was like, why? How does she still have this stolen taxi?
They would 1000% have that GPS.
Like it's crazy, but like there's enough little things like that stack up against it, but never like I want to give it a 5.5 out of 10 because like I truly think it's on the better side of a mediocre movie.
Yeah.
Like Morbius is like a 2 at most.
Yeah.
Like I've
1.5.
seen Morbius.
Yeah.
I am a Spider-Man fan willing to like it's a 2 at most. Like
Yeah.
it's probably a 1 if a
It's
0.
It's bad. It's
Really bad.
a
And
crime.
That's what Madam Web is actually. I thought a good time. Like I had fun with it.
I'm hearing that review. I'm more inclined to see it now, but I probably won't go see it in theaters.
But I cannot stress enough that like this is not a recommendation to see.
No,
it in
you're
theaters.
just it's better than you. It's
I don't
more
want anyone in the
tolerable than you
comments.
thought it was going to be.
Zach told me to see Madam Web. You know what? Actually, if you have the balls to type it up, type it up. Type it
Yeah,
up. See what happens.
type it up.
See what happens.
By the way, this video is sponsored by Madam Web. No.
Could you imagine that they sponsored and the best I give it is a 5.5 out of 10?
Yeah. I just thought it was funny when when you were like when I texted you about like it coming out on a Wednesday. I was
Yeah.
like, that's usually stuff they do to movies that they know are gonna bomb. But it does make sense that it was Valentine's Day, so they were expecting people to go to the movies and everything. So
It was a surprising turnout. I think like half the theater was filled at like a 4:40 movie or what, 5 o'clock movie. I will say, quick rant. This movie again, like half filled at most, nowhere near packed, right?
Mhm.
And our Cinemark does the thing where you have to pick your seats out, even if you don't pre-order it. You pick them out and you buy your tickets.
yeah.
An empty row. I'm telling you, no one else was in our row. The 2 seats next to us, someone shows up
Are you
and
serious?
sits next to us. And I just like looked at it was so funny. It's a couple. I don't know if there was a first date. I don't know if it was like they're married. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But like they sit down and like the wife too. The guy sits down this like 1 seat over from me.
Mhm.
And the woman says like, "Oh, am I in this one?" pointing to the other side of him, like a logical person, and he
Yeah.
goes, "No, you're here." Pointing between the two of us, and I'm like staring at him, like I didn't say anything.
on,
It was
dude.
like,
Yeah.
those are your seats. Like, okay, but like you saw an empty row and you picked that.
Those, yeah.
Like, what?
What do you, yeah, and like nobody came throughout the movie. Like it was just
No,
you,
just
and
us.
they didn't move over at
And
all.
they
They
didn't
just
move
stayed.
over. Nope.
Like what? I would have just moved. Like if those were our seats and I sat down and like clearly we're all uncomfortable sitting four in a row. You know, I'd be like, oh, okay, no one else is here. Let me move over. Like
That's what, like, it was so funny because I didn't care enough to say anything, but I just kept looking at the guy. Like I would just like
come on,
make
man.
the
Yeah.
most like what are you doing, my guy? Like
The
anyway,
whole row.
that's it. That's it. That's all I got. Don't see Madam Web or
Or
do it. Don't. I don't care.
We get paid either way. No.
Oh man. I don't think I have really anything else on Deadpool. I'm fucking excited.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
I will buy everything. I will buy all the things.
T-shirts, the
I
loot
was
crates,
thinking about that. I don't have any Deadpool shirts, so I
had
gotta
one.
get
I
at
don't know
least
where it went.
one.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
at least
gotta
one
get
for the
some.
movie.
Yeah, at least I will say, New Rockstars has a pretty solid Deadpool T-shirt lineup right now.
Oh, did they come out with their new one?
They have their own little like their version of it.
Yeah.
They have a multiverse one that's pretty cool. It's got like regular Deadpool in the middle with like comic book version, like a different versions, like it's regular Wade, comic book Deadpool, comic book Wade. It has Weapon X or 11 or whatever he was. Like
Mhm.
it's just kind of a cool little collage. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
They have neat stuff.
Shout out New
not bad.
Rockstars.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I had one last thing, Deadpool related, I guess, that I wanted to mention, and it was the fact that I was curious. Do you think we see Cable at all in this movie?
Ooh.
And I brought him up earlier, and I forgot to ask that because, again, I love Cable and Deadpool as the dynamic.
Yo, yeah.
We don't really see a team up of that in the second movie. I don't think he's a main character, or else that probably would have been predominant.
Yeah.
But like, I am curious if he shows up at all.
I
Like,
could see him
even in
showing
like
up.
the room of friends kind of a thing.
Yeah, I'm seeing him showing up like when all the other X-Men characters start to show up. Like I have a feeling that like wherever they are, where that like broken Fox universe sign, like the Fox Studios sign is and stuff like that. I think that's where we're gonna see like all them colliding, almost kind of like the place they send Loki and all them, where Eliath is in Loki. I always have a feeling it's kind of some place like that almost where they are. So maybe they'll all meet there. I don't know.
I think it is the Void.
Okay, the Void.
I think that place. I think there's this shot of when the TVA agents are when Deadpool says the fuck or whatever, like when he says fuck. There's a shot of a TVA agent, and it looks like a puff of smoke gets him real quick.
Oh.
And I think that's a
So
lie.
it could be Eliath, yeah.
Yeah. And so I do think, specifically the 20th Century Fox area, that would make sense, right? Like,
They
Fox
got
was pruned from the
technically.
world, basically.
Yeah,
You know, so I think it would be a funny and also unique way to use the Void. That's what it was called, right? The Void?
The Void, I believe so, yeah.
Or I'm referencing something else entirely, probably. But,
Void sounds good. It works.
But I think that is actually where they're at. And
Makes
that is
sense
also
with
a
the
good point
TVA,
where Cable could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was it. I was just curious. I kind of thought that because I do hope he makes at least a cameo.
Oh yeah. And like waits or something like, oh, Thanos or something like that, like
exactly. But yeah, no. So X-Men 97?
Yeah. I'm excited to watch this.
So you haven't seen the trailer yet, correct?
I haven't watched it yet. Nope.
Have you watched X-Men 90, like the show, the animated series?
Watched, I think, half the first season, and then some of like other, like I think I got bored of some of it, so I was just like jumping to episodes, and I'm like, oh, that one looks like it has an interesting plot. So
Sure.
I've seen a decent amount of episodes, but not the whole series.
Never watched it at all.
Okay.
Definitely gonna try and watch the original before the 97 comes out. I think it looks fun.
The episodes I've watched have been good. It's just a typical
90s
80s
anime.
90s 80s 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
So
It is exactly what it is.
yeah.
The series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listings.
I'm grateful to have the chance to say goodbye. I am proud of
I'm guessing this is the series finale for the original show.
Fate lies in our hands now. Now.
Which, if so, that's a pretty solid ending for the show.
Yeah.
We
Marvel
have to
animation.
stay
I don't know if
vigilant.
I've ever seen that.
The
No.
professor entrusted us with his dream.
No matter how dark it is, we must believe in each other.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, bub. Keep buzzing in my ear.
Heads up!
To me, my X-Men.
Ooh, March 20th.
Magneto.
The last will and testament of Charles Xavier. Everything he built now belongs to me.
I gotta say, I think it looks like a lot of fun.
That looks awesome.
I initial reaction is nothing more than like that is probably the best like iteration of X-Men we'll ever have. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
like that just looks like
The most true to comic, like
Yes.
like just
yes. No, it looks like a lot of fun, dude. I think it looks really like just good. I love the animation,
yeah.
and
They
I
kept
gotta
that,
say,
like morning cartoon style animation. Like
I want nothing. I want more of it. Is what
Yeah.
I was gonna like. Like, give me an Avengers version of that. Give me.
yeah,
Look. I'm not gonna try and like make this about me here or anything. But if you want to continue Spider-Man the animated series with that,
bring back.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm not complaining. The Daily Bugle has a shout out. It has a little cameo during
Oh,
that
really?
trailer.
Maybe
The
we'll see a
newspaper
Spider-Man
that flies
cameo.
by is the Daily Bugle.
we could possibly see like a 90s, because in a couple of the X-Men episodes, Spider-Man crosses over. So
So I'm just
never-
saying.
maybe.
I'm just saying.
no, that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There was one thing real quick that looked.
Gambit riding Wolverine like into battle.
Oh yeah, that
was
and
hysterical.
I really hope they have Gambit have his like because in the or not in the comics, in the cartoon he's I think he's from Louisiana or something like that. So he talked real Creole, like he'd talk
Big
about,
old Southern draw.
yeah. He and he didn't have that in like the one movie he was in, the Wolverine Origins one. He just it was
No.
I forget the guy's name, but it was just a regular American accent, and it was like he's like a he sounds like Boomhauer from King of the Hill.
Yes, he does. He's like a harsh accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's that's actually a Deadpool and Wolverine question. Do we get a Channing Tatum Gambit variant?
Ooh. I would like that, because
the
he was
Gambit
rumored
that
to
never
be,
happened.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that.
Be a funny cameo. And like
That would be
Tatum's all about them cameos, dude.
Oh yeah.
He racks them up.
Oh yeah.
No, the animation, I just love the animation. I think it looks like awesome. I loved the 90s buffness of every single person.
They
Just
look
absolutely
roided out.
Yo,
Just huge.
I mean, when Wolverine, they all walk in at the end there, and they're all in their like pajamas, and
Yeah.
Wolverine just doesn't have a shirt on. It's just like,
But like I love how Wolverine, like all their like top halves are huge, but then they're like Doritos. They like
oh, they
you know,
skip
they're-
leg day.
Yeah.
They for
Oh
sure
yeah.
skip leg day.
It's just funny. But yeah, they all do have like that 90s cartoon, just massive like arms and chests and
I've also like I've at least so I've watched episodes of Spider-Man the animated series, but I've never like watched it. That was always and same with like Batman and Superman the animated series. The secret identities just easily looking as jacked
just
as the
ripped.
Ripped Peter Parker. It's just the funniest concept. It's just like, I'm a photographer.
But he's also like a nerd, you know what I mean? Like he's like the most ripped guy ever, but he's also like, oh, science, you know.
Oh, science, photography. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You go lift these weights real quick.
Hold on, let me get a quick set in before lunch.
Yeah.
Also, I'm 16.
Yeah.
I actually have no idea. I think he is an adult in the show.
Oh, is he an adult? Oh,
I think. I don't know.
It's been a while since I've watched some of those episodes.
I don't remember, but I would love more of that. And like I said, I just love, man, that really hurt my voice. I really love just the dedication to a 2D animation. Like I like the What If animation a lot, especially for the realism of the MCU brought to animation.
Yeah, I'm surprised they just committed so much to this. You know what I mean? Which exactly. Like you said earlier, makes it seem like this is going to connect somehow because they're putting so much effort into this.
Look, and that's just, it's one of those crazy theories that's probably not going to happen, but like, goddamn,
you never know.
I love it. Kind of love you see yellow and blue Wolverine suit. You see,
everybody said we were stupid, but everybody thought we were we're never going to see all the three Spider-Mans meet up together. So
this is
you never know.
It could happen. It could happen. It'd be really fun, and that's what like. It would just be really funny if that's somehow referenced. Like, what if this series ends with an animated Monica Rambeau showing
That's what I was just thinking. That'd be pretty cool. But like in the Marvels, we see it as actual, people, and then but they're actually like a cartoon universe. That'd be pretty cool.
That I kind of love it because it also like. From the MCU's perspective, you don't need to know anything about this universe other than it's the X-Men, right?
Yeah.
He's where Beast, Charles, and I forget what her mom's character's name is because I don't remember. But like, that's all we need to know is it's an X-Men universe. Now, if you watch the series, the animated series, and it's like, oh shit, that's the universe. Like
that would be insane. Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's pretty sweet. Oh, although
I think Charles is dead
in the animated universe.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Damn
I
just thought about that too.
Damn it.
Maybe they'll just forget that.
Okay. It was a great run. Hey, I'll forget it again probably, but
your microphone disconnect. Hey.
Yeah, am I back?
You're good. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I still love the idea of animated Monica Rambeau showing up at the end, but
yeah.
Would not make sense. Oh, unless, I mean, some Marvel shenanigans. Charles could come back.
Charles, timey-wimey bullshit, and they bring him back.
People have literally come back to life in this universe many a times.
The Doctor Strange from Multiverse of Madness was the X-Men like cartoons, like costume-wise and wheelchair-wise. So, I mean, he did die too. So, now that I think about that, but you never know.
You never know. It'd be cool. I don't know. I just love that concept of animated her showing up. I love the idea of, I know I dropped some off screen, but I just love the idea of continuing the to in my opinion, MCU, like you can continue doing stuff as animations, and make it canon, but like that's the kind of shit people don't need to like overly stress over.
No.
And so that would be kind of cool. Like, I don't know, like I don't want to downgrade Miss Marvel at all, but like, let's say like her high school shenanigans. You can make that an animated series while she shows up in the movies. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I like animations, so that's kind of why.
I wish they would do more animation and more just like straight to Disney Plus stuff. Like that would be better. So that way we don't have to go to the movies.
I like going to the movies, but
I do like going to the movies, but I don't know.
I wish the stuff on Disney Plus was, I mean, I wish they were movies and not shows for the most part.
Yeah.
When it's the live action stuff.
That's what I meant. Just like the one-offs, like the smaller scale stuff, like Avengers and all that. I'll go see in theaters, but like smaller scale stuff, movie
Which I'll kind of pivot to, and I won't spoil it because you haven't seen it, and I do kind of think you should.
Yeah, I do want to watch it. I just haven't. I've been watching.
Echo's
so
pretty
many
good. I do like. I was pleasantly surprised by Echo. Very good action sequences, like very akin to like the Netflix Daredevil series and stuff like that. Like the action rocks.
The trailers looked amazing, so I was excited to watch it. I just haven't gotten around.
There is one spoiler aspect that I will not talk about that I really don't like. Okay. So like when you get to it, we'll get to it, that kind of thing. But like the show as a whole, I actually really enjoyed. I think it's pretty simple. It's only 5 episodes, maybe 4, something like that.
Oh, that's pretty
short.
Not bad. Yeah,
it's very like boom, boom, boom to the point.
It's not a lot of dragged out storylines and everything.
There's no filler. It's awesome that way. But like there is some like lightheartedness. It works. It overall is just, it works as this little 5-part show. There's just something they did that I do not like. I think it was very unnecessary, and it's just a creative decision I disagree with.
I'm anxious to see what it is and see if I feel the same way.
I think you will, and I think it'll be obvious as soon as it happens.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Excited.
Maybe you love it.
I might watch it tonight.
Ooh.
Not all of it, but I might start it tonight.
I like episode 1 is strong as heck. I would say like episode 1 and episode 5 are like, it's exactly what you want. You want a strong start and a strong finish. Like it's good. I really enjoyed it. Again, quick watch. I recommend it to all our MCU fans out there. Like, yeah, I don't think it's one to sleep on just because it's this random character you and I have never heard of.
Yeah.
It's also very comic accurate from what I had. Well,
but with Marvel's track
something's
record,
not, but
yeah. Marvel's track record with pulling characters out of their asses. Nobody knew who Guardians of the Galaxy were when that. I mean, not everybody knew who Guardians of the Galaxy were when that movie came out, and they're like the not number one, but they're a huge brand now for the
right. That's I could see like. Look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I need season 2 of Echo.
No, but I wasn't saying that she's gonna take off like the Guardians, but they do a good job of. Sorry, go ahead. Good.
No. But I like what they do. There's a creative decision in there I disagree with, and I'm excited to talk about. But overall, I like the show. It's definitely one of the better Marvel Studios Disney Plus shows. Yeah,
better than whatchamacallit, She-Hulk and Secret Invasion.
Yes, Brendan. I could shit on the floor, wipe it on my wall, and watching that happen would be better than Secret Invasion.
I still get like banner ads, like on Fire TV where they had like the banner ads for things. I still get ads for Secret Invasion, and I'm like, get this dog shit off my screen. Like, why is this on here? Do not advertise this in this household.
I'm sure it was something Marvel, but I can't remember. We finished watching something on Disney Plus, like I want to say last week, and it was the next start Secret Invasion episode 1, and I was like, "Fuck you, no I won't."
Yeah, get this dog shit off my screen.
It is. Oh my god, the intro. Look.
Do you think they're just gonna scrap that from canon? Like, do you think they're just gonna be like, "Oh, the skulls
they kind of did." The Marvels doesn't even address that. Like,
it's
like
it's true.
I've been in space the whole time. Never left the ship. Yep. Where's my shoes?
And what's her name just took Skrulls back to Earth like they were gonna be safe. Like
she just every it just Yeah, they bring all the people from the space, like, oh my god, no,
back to an active place where they're hunting alien. The president of the United States is actively hunting aliens.
Literally.
Sure, bring her back to Earth. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, well, I guess she didn't know about that part. I don't know.
Because it was a secret invasion. No,
because it was a secret invasion. The president's publicly declaring war on an alien race, but it was a secret invasion. Oh my god! I hope something makes fun of. I hope Deadpool. I keep saying Daredevil. I hope Deadpool makes fun of Secret Invasion. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what he does. Like,
I hope he brings up like the Eternals thing. Like, why is has anybody not seen this giant thing coming out of the Indian Ocean, or like mention it somehow?
What if that's like, what if the movie ends with him officially in the like MCU universe, and it's just him like looking out of a building, and he's just like, is that a fucking hand in the ocean?
That would be perfect.
And then it like cuts, like that's like straight black cuts.
The Avengers haven't dealt with this yet. God.
Oh man, I can't wait for that movie. Cannot fucking wait. Secret Away, Echo is good.
This
Secret
is like
Invasion is dog shit, and I can't wait for Deadpool 3.
This is like No Way Home type level, like
it is
excitement.
It's crazy though how like, you know, it really speaks to like how well these movies are made, like the Deadpool series, because look, I think the Spider-Man movies are some of the best in the MCU, and actually, like critically speaking, if you go look at the ratings, the Spider-Man trilogy is like one of the highest rated films critically in the MCU as a trilogy. It has just one of the best track records, and even No Way Home is, I think, the lowest scoring with as much money and as much love as it gets. And it's just funny how like there was so much hype around that for nostalgia reasons, and like this. Like, we're just excited to get Deadpool again.
Yeah, to get Deadpool in the MCU with all like that's gonna be crazy seeing Ryan Reynolds with all the other people. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess we're not gonna see him with our original Avengers, but like, you know, we'll see him with Anthony Mackie and all them. You know, like that'll be cool.
Yeah, dude. I can't.
Maybe in Secret Wars we'll see him with like Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. or something like that. But
so okay, one last Deadpool thing, I guess, but like. I also, sorry. I think for sure we get Chris Evans as the Human Torch at some point.
Oh yeah,
is that a do they do Fantastic Four references in Deadpool because that's Fox, or do they wait for Secret Wars?
I feel like something like that they might wait for Secret Wars.
I agree,
but they could have the better joke with just Deadpool. Like they could make the better joke with just being a Deadpool movie. I feel like they wouldn't make that much of a joke. I don't know,
but I could see that being a Secret Wars thing where Deadpool's like there when he shows up, and like everyone's just like reacting to him being the Human Torch, and then Deadpool like sneaks around and goes, "Is that America's ass?"
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, I definitely think Deadpool jokes about it some way or another, whether it's his movie or the Secret Wars movie.
I would love for
Deadpool and Secret Wars. Let's go.
Get out already. I would love like if you know, they're expecting like, you know, clean cut, you know, Steve Rogers to show up, and like, you know, Anthony Mackie walks up, it's like, oh, hello, Captain, or like, you know, hey, Steve. He's like, the fuck are you? Like, you know, if they let like them drop an F-bomb in that or something like that, you know.
Just who the hell are you? And then like he lights on fire. Like, like, dude, he has to do a Fantastic Four cameo.
Gotta do
it. I
love
the multiverse. I love the multiverse.
It just brings up so much fun things.
I'm such a shill, and I love every second of it.
That's how I feel like that sometimes. Like when I'm like watching all the Marvel stuff, I'm like, I am such a sucker for all this stuff, and they got me in hook, line. I mean, look at my like hook, line, and sinker.
We're sitting here, and we analyzed an animated trailer and said, "This is how it's gonna be canon.
This is how these animated people are gonna actually turn into real people." And then
I disproved my own theory, and in the exact same sentence went, "Go back.
We can go back. We thinking that can happen.
That's fine."
That's pretty good.
Oh man, I think that's about all I got. I think I'm running out of air.
Yeah, that's all I got on X-Men 97. Yeah, I'm just excited for the future stuff coming out. I'm excited for another movie, you know, a new movie to come out. And yeah, see where this goes.
Yeah, dude, I'm pumped.
But all right, well, that'll do it for episode 51 or in the 50s somewhere, and we'll catch you on the next one.